Hey there, folks. It's me, Chris, with Gig Man's Life. Yeah, baby. It's a Gig Man's Life indeed. So, legal notice these are my opinions, not facts, not advice, definitely not a life manual. If you take anything here as legal, financial, spiritual, or as intelligent guidance, that's on you. I comment, I react, I speculate. Sometimes I'm right. Most of the time, I'm just confidently wrong. Any products or services mentioned are not endorsements unless I explicitly say so, and they're check cleared. I'm not responsible if you buy it, try it, or regret it. This content may include material used under fair use for commentary, criticism, and reaction. So, do your own research or don't. Just don't blame me either way, okay? And yes, in our logis society, it is mostly why I have to put that up. But as you read the thumbnail, yeah, filming in your car, yeah, don't. And I know there is so many of us that go and post videos from our car. It's just one of those things that we shouldn't be trending to do. We shouldn't be putting them out there until there is some reason, because there's a lot of reasons why not to jump on this bandwagon. Because, quite simply, you know, you're just going to go, hey, I got myself a cell phone. I got myself the dash cams. I can just put it out there. Well, first off, you don't know where these people are going in filming, okay? And second off, there are laws out there, people. And this can be considered distracted driving. I know that we've seen it in films and everybody and now online with other creators, but there is an issue with doing this, especially the platforms that are going to be looking at us like Uber, DoorDash, Grubhub, Lyft. Every one of these platforms are looking at automation, and any excuse to get rid of a driver, they're going to use it. They're going to find a way to do so. And, so think about these things before you're filming. And yeah, is it legal? Is it safe? And is it a good idea to do so? Because, there is just that wisdom that you might lack with this viral society we get distracted by. And then it becomes a legal nightmare, folks. Now let's talk about those risks stating, yeah, the law. There is rules that seem a little bit clear until you look further. Now, there are one party recording states, and like Texas, New York, and Illinois. And then there is all party or two party states like Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, and Maryland. And then there is these special states that say they're one party, but if it's a confidential conversation, it's an all party state like California and Florida. There is some things that you need to know about that. And if you're not informing people about the recordings, make sure they are, you have it posted places clearly. Yes, I am recording. Security devices are being used to monitor this ride, or, what's going on in your car. Any way a lawyer can find a way to fuck you over, they're going to find it. And also, DAs, because there is certain states where it is a criminal offense. So without making sure that people are notified about it, and if they feel like they don't want to be recorded, you got to make that decision of going and saying, well, if you don't feel like that, I can't continue the ride. I'm not shutting off the cameras or nothing. Remember, this is one thing with these platforms. They are absolutely about covering their ass. And if you're recording covering your ass, it's fine. But once you start going and posting this shit, as I said, they're already going with DOT. They're going with self-driving robo-taxis. And Amazon's getting into that deal. So they're going to look for any reason to deactivate us. And do it cleanly, because they don't want us in competition with them. But the other factor is that, you put up something just because, hey, the person freaked out because they're going to be late to their plane, or more correctly, they're going to be late for the TSA check-in. And, now all of a sudden you got to find another career. And if they're all monitoring each other for people getting busted on one thing or another, you might be out of total work. Because as I will always say, don't keep your eggs all in one basket. And then even on top of it, folks, if you went and saw yourself on a viral video without giving consent, you can sue a person. Invasion of privacy, emotional distress. I get a whole bunch of people asking me about this night. And defamation. Because maybe you're giving a narrative that isn't what matches what their narrative is, and or what the police report said. So you're putting yourself into a lot of legal issues with posting that video because the person threw up in the back of the car and acted like they didn't do shit. And you thought it was funny. What you find funny is another way of a lawyer finding a lawsuit. So, filming, taking, adjusting angles and in that, seeing how many people are on your live feed, that's distractions. And what's even scarier is that even if you don't have an accident while filming, those videos you posted, everything you're posting when you're driving and doing that and being a creator, well, you think that a lawyer is not going to bring that up in court when they investigate, find out, hey, he's got a YouTube channel. Look what he does on TikTok. Oh, he's been posting on X at 65 miles per hour. That's the type of shit a lawyer is going to love to go and use against you. Even though all your cameras could show at the time you weren't doing it, you were doing it aboard. Were you distracted with the thought of how this could have been made into a viral video? Are you a scammer trying to do shit? That's all the questions that anybody needs to go and fuck with you in court, okay? And that's why, that video last week can be exhibit A in your accident. You know, and this is another thing, folks. If you're out there doing this and putting out these videos, yes, you are setting a bad example for the rest of the drivers. And of course, as you see at the beginning, don't take my advice, and do your own damn research. It's worse that you're going to be the person that they're going to go and cite. Just like DoorDash Girl is going to be the reason why people shouldn't be posting on TikTok when they should be calling the cops. So take it as it is, and what it is worse is this is on the internet forever. One person sees these videos and you're going to be looking at the fact of this is reflecting on you. No matter what, DoorDash Girl is going to have, or Extra Spice, who went and pepper sprayed an order. These events are going to follow them way after their criminal charges, way after they get out of jail. This shit will follow them and can follow you quite easily. So maybe don't do this shit. And, if we're going to take away from this, I will always say, don't film social media videos in your car. Don't blindly follow trends from other creators. Use safe, controlled environments when you're recording. That's why I'm at home. Keep dash cams for safety, not content. Respect privacy. Because you don't want yours violated, why should you violate others? And always check your local laws. Because, as I said, depending on what's going on, and this is the reason why illegal recording and confident privacy is rampant, especially in Florida and in California. You got to remember, those are two states that a lot of filmmakers go to and TV producers work out of. So if you're recording something that isn't supposed to be recorded, these people can go after you, especially if suddenly you're posting their business on the internet. So next time, think about where you're recording. Think about how you're doing it. Your car is not a studio. It's not a trend. It's not a shortcut to going viral. It's your workspace, especially if you're working the gig economy and you're out there driving, hustling for a living. You don't need to go and have that extra burden of worrying about these things when you just need to go and make your money. So I hope you understand that. And if you could, please subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, like and share this video with people that might have the same ideas as you. And always remember, I hope that it's a profitable day for you and that you take this with a grain of salt, because I surely do.